There's clearly a race between Meta and Snapchat and others to be the first to bring in a decent consumer-based set of AR glasses to the market. Meta have now spent billions on their upcoming Orion project, which I have been keeping tabs on via social media, but everything I read or listen to always finishes with, but we're years away from anything that's going to be ready for the public. And with that, my interest just kind of fades away. But that was before I personally tried Snapchat's AR glasses called Spectacles this week, and I suddenly found myself with a bit of a perspective shift on where the technology is and where it's going to be. For me, VR and AR are absolutely inevitable, but now I believe AR will eventually be the everyday tech, similar to mobile phones today, and VR will stay as the most immersive and incredible gaming entertainment available for everyone, with a little bit of mixed reality sprinkled on top. Now, over the last 3 or 4 years, I've posted my fair share of mixed reality content, with some videos unexpectedly doing quite well over the years, but 2025 has been the year I seem to have not really used it at all, and it seems some developers have even slowed down on making mixed reality titles. Most mixed reality games I get offered now are just replicas of something that has already been done, and while that is obviously fine, that keeps mixed reality being only just a fun distraction for me, and that's maybe where it's always going to be. But it does actually serve another purpose which is far more important. It's something to wow people with when they first try on a VR headset, and it's also a nicer introduction and a less alarming introduction to my true passion, and that's virtual reality. So where does AR fit into all of this? Well, my first experience with augmented reality was with the Nintendo 3DS. And in the box you had some QR cards which let you see games or Nintendo characters come to life in your environment, which were viewed through the 3DS screen. And for what it was actually pretty cool. Now, the main difference between mixed reality and augmented reality, as of where the tech is right now, is that for mixed reality to work you have to wear a VR headset and then look at the real world through a camera. Then you'll see virtual objects laid on top of the image in the headset. But when it comes to augmented reality, you still see the world with your eyes. So when something virtual appears in front of you, it appears to be even more real, therefore making it more believable. But as of right now, the limitations do hold the believable part back. But from this demo, I felt more assured of where the wearable tech will go, and if done correctly, it could be hugely popular. And by that, I mean as common as a mobile phone is today, because if all it takes is wearing a pair of glasses to simulate displays of any kind, and also any information laid on top of a real world situation, imagine the things you do on your phone, but not needing your phone to do it. And that's why I believe one day everyone will be using augmented reality glasses in some way or another. But with what I'm about to share, it's very clear that even though these are the 5th generation version of Snapchat's AR glasses, we still have a long way to go. So let's talk about where augmented reality is right now. When it comes to the specs of Snapchat Spectacles, they use 2 Snapdragon chips, but they didn't mention which version of the chips they're using. The battery life is around an hour to 45 minutes, but everything is actually built into them. Hence the size of the glasses right now. They are not something you want to wear for long periods of time, and let's be honest, they do actually look quite ridiculous. The FOV was actually fine vertically, but it was pretty low when it comes to the horizontal field of view, and I would guess we're looking at around 40 degrees horizontally. And this is the real downside of the experience, because the UI was actually super responsive, which I didn't expect from all the other coverage I've seen so far, which was around 7 months ago. The colours were really nice and vibrant, and things actually looked believably solid, especially a official Lego demo, which unfortunately I wasn't allowed to record. The very best thing though about spectacles is the shared experiences. 2 or more people wearing the spectacles can actually see the same things in virtual space, and they can also interact with them, which was definitely the biggest highlight of the demo. And while there is clearly more work to be done, making spectacles something that you could sell to the public, I finally understand the technology and where it will eventually fit into people's lives. With the rise of interest in smart glasses, namely Meta's Ray-Bans, which I'm personally a massive fan of, due to the great sound quality and excellent cameras that give you such a unique perspective when you're watching your own personal videos back. And let's not forget, they now have AI integration, letting you simply look at things and asking what they are, or even if you look at a sign in a foreign country, they can translate what the sign says into your native language. So now for the first time it is actually clear to me why Meta, Snapchat and Google and more are investing in this tech. Augmented reality could be the next big technology for mass adoption. For example, example, being able to see clothes you want to buy online and then physically seeing them on yourself before making a purchase will bring the cost of returns down for both the consumer and the company in question. And that's just one example. I'm sure there's hundreds of examples which would make augmented reality something everyone would want to use every single day. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions and leave them down in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.